Hey, just a reminder, I'm streaming on Twitch on Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday at 8 PM Central European Time, link in the description below. That's it, enjoy the video! Hello, my name is Stardust-Sonic and today I'm gonna show you how to play Clam Blitz. Don't! Okay, that one is a bit of a stretch, but I totally understand why you wouldn't play this game mode in ranked because of how chaotic it is. But trust me, it's much more fun to play with a team that knows what to do than a bunch of randoms. That being said, this video is here to help you and others to play this new game mode introduced in Splatoon 2. First thing first, at the start of the match you'll find a vast amount of clams at the center of the map that you'll need to collect and throw in the enemy's clam basket. First team to score 100 points wins, otherwise victory goes to the team with the counter closest to 0. But before you can toss your clams into the basket, you'll notice it is protected by a barrier that can only be broken with a super clam. One team member has to collect 10 clams to form a super clam, and once you throw the super clam into the basket and break the barrier open, you can throw as many clams as you can into the basket within the time limit of the opened basket, which is further extended with each clam thrown in. Each clam is worth 3 points, while each super clam is worth 20 points, including the one that broke the barrier. During this time, don't mind about your own basket because it will go up and become unreachable by the enemy, but once the time limit of the basket goes out, there are many things that happen. For one, you'll get a penalty depending on the amount of clams you've thrown in, that you have to get rid of before you can score again. Your basket will go down instantly and their basket will go up and be unreachable for a short moment, so be careful about any enemy lurking, waiting to throw the super clam or for someone else jumping to their location. And their basket will spawn a super clam that will stay up until someone grabs it. We usually call it the PT super clam, or PT for short, because the basket has mercy on you and wants to give you a chance for comeback. But it can't spawn another PT if you did not previously pick up the one in place. Also, be careful of the throw distance of your clams. Your super clam has a much shorter throw distance than any regular clam, so be careful not to mis-throw your super clam too short. In the middle of the game, clams respawn by packs of 4 at specific places in the middle of the map. If the clams are stepping on your ink, you can locate them on the minimap, but both ally and enemy super clams are always noticeable on the map and from far away. This is how the enemy easily notices you when you carry one. Don't worry about losing any super clam during the match. If it means saving your life, throw it away and move somewhere else. You can see both the amount of clams that you're carrying personally and the amount of clams the whole team, as well as the enemy, has in its possession. If you're next to an ally, you can also spot how many clams he has. If you want, you can give some of your clams to him so that you both form a super clam, given that your ally is close to getting one. Unless your teammate is under attack, forget about the super clam. Overall, there are 4 ways to lose clams. 1. You die, and as such, you leave behind half of your clams or your super clam. But if you jump off stage, your clams are lost along the way. 2. You toss your clams, obviously. 3. If you jump back to spawn, any clam you're carrying with you will be destroyed. 4. There are specials that let you still toss your clams like Bubble Blower or Bomb Launcher. There are specials that won't let you toss your clams like Inkjet or Stingray, and then there are specials like Splashdown or Baller that once used will throw away all your clams around you. Don't be eager to pick the first clam that passes under your hand, or don't rush towards the enemy basket without proper thinking. Don't be greedy about that. Sure, it's part of the game mode to collect clams, but if the enemy is moving around the clams, then forget about collecting them and move elsewhere. Because if you do go for these clams, there's like 90% of chances the enemy will take you down. And it's even worse when it comes to super clams. If your super clams are on the side of the enemy, it's best left to abandon them. You'll get more opportunities to form other super clams during the match. And if the match is about to end, let them be there. We don't want the enemy to slay your team, and that means you as well, just because they were trying to salvage a lost super clam only for the enemy to take this opportunity to make an unexpected comeback and take the lead. All for a single super clam. You gotta move on. Also, chances are the enemy might be defending the basket and is waiting for you to come by so they can take you down easily. What you do is either make sure to take down the enemy or get behind the basket unnoticed. You can also take this opportunity for a flank, especially if it's necessary, but the aim here is to call out your teammates to jump to your location so that they can start scoring clams from behind. Of course, while you're defending them. In that case, don't be afraid to spam this way so that they understand that they can and have to jump here. Now if you're in the other position, if you see one of your teammates standing under the enemy basket and eventually spamming this way, you gotta jump to them as soon as you can. Chances are he'll either request clams to make a super clam, or you jump to their place with a super clam and get the score rolling. Now obviously watch your back, especially your basket, in case the enemy gets the same idea as you so that you can eliminate them beforehand. Again, turf coverage is key to success here. Actually, being able to move around where we want is even more important here than in any other game mode, because you'll be doing a lot of back and forth between your side of the map and their side. There are two kinds of weapons that are dominant in that domain: the brushes and the curling bomb sub-weapon. Ink brush is to Clam Blitz what the blasters are to town control. They are a main staple for good reason. They can naturally move around quickly and paint the map quickly and efficiently. However, Ink Brush Nouveau shines a little more than its spear, all thanks to the baller, which is useful for standing below the enemy clam basket, as you might be under attack from the enemy if you stand a little too long below their clam basket. For that matter, baller allows to disperse the enemy from the players standing below their basket, if not take them down. Octobrush, however, is a bit slower than Ink Brush, but it compensates that with higher range and more damage for more efficient slaying. If you're not the kind of guy that wants to use brush, there are a handful of weapons out there with a curling bomb for you to use. You just throw it and follow its trail of ink straight forward. Simple. It's not impossible, however, for one team or the other to coordinate a push by using their special in succession. To this end goal, anything goes. Booyah Bomb, Tenta Missiles, Stingray, Ink Armor, Bomb Blusher, Baller, Super Jump Splashdown, etc. can be used to keep the enemy at bay while your team can go on and score some clams. When your team is trying to push through and throw a super clam into the basket, that's where you gotta activate your special to disperse the enemy or take them down, so your team can get through and start scoring. By the way, this should go without saying, but whenever you have the enemy team wiped, run! Collect every single clam you can find on the field, get a super clam, and if you're close to your basket, pick up the PD super clam, call out your teammates on the wipe, and run! Get going on scoring as many clams as you can before they come back, or make sure they do not come back by preventing them from reaching their basket. Take them out, block them, and don't let them reach the middle of the map. However, if you're in the position of your team being wiped out and the enemy is blocking you, do not rush only to be taken out by the enemy from your spawn. That's what they are looking for. Try to sneak around to get back to mid, or try to engage an enemy 2-on-1 with a teammate and either take him down or force him to retreat. I don't have any particular composition to recommend this time around. I gotta admit, there are a lot more possibilities of team comps in this mode than any other mode, like having a player dedicated to collect clams and zip around the map, support players that keep the map painted and spam specials when the need arises, baller players that can get below the basket and act as an anchor for their teammates to jump into in order to score under the nose of the enemy. One last thing that I have to say for Clam Blitz that might be applied as well for other mods: don't play it solo. Unless you plan on flanking the enemy, don't plan on doing things on your own on the other side of the field. You're part of the team, and as a team you should always be standing by the side of your teammates, assisting them in any way possible to progress further towards victory. And that is all. I do understand the hate towards Clam Blitz due to how chaotic things can become in Clam Blitz, and sadly, how often this can occur in solo queue. Then again, if you're playing with a few friends or in a team with people understanding what to do, Clam Blitz can become actually quite fun. But just like how to play Rainmaker and by extension Splatoon and Tower Control as well, this video is here to help you and your teammates out on how to play Clam Blitz more properly, whether your teammates are your friends, your competitive Splatoon team, or people you randomly encounter in ranked. Another thing as well, don't give up. You do not give up until the match is over. As you can see in this last match in this video, I practically gave up, thinking there was no way for me or my team to come back, but as it turns out, my teammates kept on fighting, and when I noticed my team making an unexpected comeback, I lent a hand to them to secure that victory and overtake the lead from the enemy in overtime. This is to show you that until the match is finished, not all hope is lost. Because if you keep on fighting, if the whole team keeps on fighting and giving their best, you still have a chance to win. Thanks for watching, and if you have any other suggestions for a video or you want to share tips on how to play Clam Blitz, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the bell for notifications, and follow me on Twitter and Twitch, links in the description below. This was Stardust-Sonic, and I shall see you next time. Bye!